So it's not really cold enough for a jacket out here, but you know, after a while you just like wearing a jacket in East Texas, because you know, you don't get to wear them that often. You got them collecting dust in the closet. You got to use them eventually, right? So, you know, we live right next to Westheimer. That's Westheimer Road out west of West Oaks Mall. And I am paranoid of some people coming up and using my water. So anytime I hear whine. So as I was saying before my ride showed up, what'll happen is I'll be in the back bedroom, or I'll even be in one of the bathrooms, and I'll hear water turn on, and I'll hear that "geet" noise that it makes when it goes through the pipes, because these pipes are real long, and they didn't put any of the water hammer stop mechanisms. You put a bend in the pipe, like an S or a P-shaped bend, and you won't get water hammer so much because it'll change the direction of the back shock wave. They didn't do any of that, so we get this nasty whine all through the house. So every time I hear one of these whine noises echo through the house, I'm thinking, oh my God, somebody's got the water turned on outside. I did walk out one time, and the water was just running, and it turned out it was Ellie. She had gotten water out of the tap over here to give to the tree, which is fine. But the thing is, she left the damn water running. I don't know how long that was. So it's one of these deals where, you know, you're a homeowner, and all of a sudden things become very very territorial. And I used to live in apartments all the time, and you know, you don't give a crap who uses water. Because we paid a flat rate at my apartment complex. Well, they've had to put in meters now for everybody, but when I was in apartments, we still had flat rates on a lot of apartments, buildings, so you didn't care how much water you used. Now that I'm a homeowner, by God, you know, the law shall be put down. But you know, it's one of those deals. You don't know what to do. What if I catch somebody out there messing with the water? The only time I've ever caught anybody messing with it was the neighbor had their lawn guy over there, and he used our waters instead of theirs. I was like, please, just use their water. You're working for them. They're paying you. Use their water, please. And that was the end of it. They never did it again. So, you know, I mean, it's... And our lawn guys fill up their tank over here sometimes for their drinking water off of my hose. I almost want to tell them not to, just because we're the ones on the end of the line, so we have a lot of garbage in the water. We've water filters on all of our taps we take drinking water out of. And I'll be honest with you, the water's kind of dirty here. It's not real 100% pure. I've been tempted to get one of those all full house water filter things, but they're like $1,100. So you know, that's gonna have to wait. I mean, and there we go again with the homeowner thing. It's like, oh my God, everything costs $1,500 now. To look at anything, the solution to any problem starts at $1,500. I don't know, the trials of homeownership. Sometimes I miss shade, so I just came out here behind the parking garage today to get a little bit of shade in a tree. Went over to McDonald's for lunch, and I got an Egg McMuffin. I love getting an Egg McMuffin at lunchtime because they don't keep them laying around, so they're fresh. And the hash browns really are really fresh because not all that many people order them. And let me tell you, those are the best Egg McMuffins. I got a drink from them because it's part of the meal deal, so it's $5 for the Egg McMuffin, a drink, and everything. But they don't have anything I'd like to drink. I should have got a coffee with it because they have fancy coffees over at this McDonald's. But it's like, you know, they have Coke and Dr. Pepper and like a couple other soft drinks, and their tea is kind of nasty this time of day. For some reason, they don't go through enough of it, I guess. But you know, well, the problem is the tea behind the counter is pretty good because the people are going, because their main business is the drive-up window. Excuse me. So they have a lot of business go through the drive-up window. And I'll bet the tea behind the counter is a lot better than the tea that sits out all day, because the walk-in business is not nearly as much as the drive-up business in this McDonald's. But anyway, so I didn't even get any to drink. I just like, you know, I'll drink water when I get back to the office. I'm trying not to be a fat slob, so yeah, I'm getting an Egg McMuffin and hash browns, right? But to be honest with you, that's a lighter meal for lunch than if I went with a crew, because they go to the steakhouse place over here and get the hamburgers. the giant hamburgers and fries and all this kind of crap, and you spend $12 for a hamburger and a drink. And I mean, I go to McDonald's and I eat something that's at least as greasy and satisfies that greasy taste thing that you crave when you're just nose to the grindstone working. But it's not as much. And I find that an Egg McMuffin will actually fill me up enough for lunch that I can go the rest of the afternoon, and it's enough protein to keep me going. It's not like I'm eating a salad or something. When I eat salads, I typically get hungry about 4 o'clock, like ravenous. Let's see how it goes. I don't know if it's the potatoes and the hash browns or the protein in the egg or what, but anyway, still, it's a better lunch than there are a lot of choices around here. But when I walked over here, I'm underneath the trees. When I walked over here to sit down up against the light pole, something jumped out of this part of the tree right here, hit the ground right there, and went through the fence. It kept going. I don't see anything over there still, so whatever it was, it didn't stop. And it kept right on going. On the other side of the fence. I think I have somebody on the other side of that fence moving around back there, probably saying, what is that nutball doing?